Yeah,
directly
right
in
in
you.
the-
That's okay. That's okay. But yeah. So I want you guys to just like move with your own body. If something hurts that I'm telling you to do, don't do it. Simple as that. I just don't want you guys to get hurt. And you know, I'm new at teaching, so just bear with me here, okay? So, all right. We're just gonna start out on a block, seated, on its lowest setting here. Crisscross. Bring your shoulders back and down. Just let them rest into their sockets. Have your palms facing out on your thighs. And just close your eyes and notice your breath. You don't have to change your breath here, just notice where it fills up, your belly and your chest. And slowly start to make your inhales and exhales a little bit deeper. And while we're here, I want us to set an intention. Just think of something that you'll want to get out of this class. They're here on the mat or taking it with you off the mat. Slowly let your eyes come open. And just barely lift up to bring the block out from underneath you. We're coming on hands and knees. Right here, there should be a little bend in your elbows. Your shoulders should be directly above your wrists here. Your knees are directly underneath your hips. And from here, we're doing cat cows. So point your tailbone, drop your belly, send your heart forward, look up on an inhale. Exhale, drop your tailbone. Send your belly button toward your spine. Release your head. Inhale, point your tailbone, drop your belly, chest forward. Exhale, point your tailbone down, belly button toward the spine, head heavy. We're going to do these just a few times. Move with your breath. Really getting a back stretch here. And after your last exhale, bring your back to straight and look down at your thumbs. All right. And from here, let's go ahead and stand on our mats. We're gonna do some sun A's, something that some of you guys are familiar with. The first time I'm just gonna set you guys up, make sure that your alignment's correct and all of that good stuff, and then we'll do it 2 more times really fast, okay? So come to the front of your mat. Feet parallel, hip distance apart. Lift and spread the toes here. Activate all of the points in your feet. Little bend to your knees here. Hip points up and back. Rotate your shoulders back and down. Strong fingers here. Send your chest in and down. You got a little double crunch going here. Loosey-goosey the neck. This is Tadasana. All right, from here, inhale your arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold, hands to the mat. Inhale your hands to your shins here. Your shoulders flat back, shoulders are in your sockets here. Point your tailbone toward the back of the room. All right, and then exhale your hands down to the mat and feet to the back of the mat. You're coming to plank. Now, in here, check your knuckles. Make sure they're all pressed into the mat. Fingers wide here. Little bend to your elbows. You don't want to hyperextend your elbows. Your shoulders are directly above your wrists. Broaden across the back here. You're pressing through the heels. All right, and from here, on an exhale, bring your knees to the mat. Shift your weight forward. And bring your belly, chest, and forehead to the mat at the same time. Right here, your hands should be directly underneath your shoulders here. All right. Now, on an inhale, squeeze your elbows in, lift your chest to the front of the room. This is Cobra. Exhale, curl your toes under, lift your hips up and back. We're in downward facing dog. All right. Check in with your knuckles here. Fingers spread wide. Every knuckle pressing into the mat here. All right. And on an exhale, look forward. Bend your knees and walk your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, your hands to your shins, flat back. Exhale, release your whole upper body over your thighs. Head heavy here. If your head were a vase, it would be pouring out water. All right. On an inhale, look up, bring your arms out to the sides, press into your feet. Look, watch as your hands come up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right. Cool. So let's do that 2 more times, a little bit faster. All right. Felt pretty good about that? Okay. All right. Ready? Front of the mat, feet parallel, hip distance apart. Set up your Tadasana. All right. All right. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, hands to the mat. Flat back as you fold. Inhale, hands to your shins. Flat back. Exhale, hands to the mat, feet to the back of the mat. We're in plank. Check in with your plank. Inhale. Check in with your plank. Exhale, drop your knees, shift your weight forward, belly, chest, and forehead to the mat at the same time. All right, on an inhale, squeeze in your elbows, lift your chest towards the front of the room. Exhale, curl your toes under, lift your hips up and back. We're in downward dog. Right here, you can walk your dog, bending one knee and straightening the other. Check in with your fingers, with your elbows. Just walk your dog. Take a few deep breaths. All right, and on your exhale, bend your knees, look forward, walk to your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale your hands to your shins, flat back. Exhale, release your whole upper body over your thighs here. All right, inhale, look up, arms come out to the sides. Watch as they come up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, one more time. We're gonna go right into it. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands come to the mat. Inhale, hands to your shins, flat back. Exhale, hands to the mat, feet to the back of the mat. We're in plank. Firm your plank on an inhale. Exhale, drop your knees, shift your weight forward, belly, chest forward to the mat at the same time. Inhale, squeeze your elbows in, lift your chest towards the front of the room. Exhale, curl your toes under, lift your hips up and back. Downward dog. Check in with your knuckles, with your elbows. Take a few deep breaths. All right. And on an exhale, bend your knees, look forward, walk, step, or hop your feet to the front of the mat. From here, inhale your hands to your shins, flat back. Exhale, release your upper body over your thighs. All right, here you can grab your elbows, swing them back and forth. Feels kind of good. Just release. All right, and on an inhale, look up, send your arms out to the sides. Watch as they come overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, good deal. Okay, so that was nice. You guys feel pretty good about that? Yeah? All right. So we're gonna do some sun bees. It's a little different. It's a little more effort, but we'll be good. I believe in you guys. So, okay. Front of the mat, feet parallel, hip distance apart. A little bend to the knees here. Set up your Tadasana. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, hands to your shins, flat back. Exhale, hands to the mat, feet to the back of the mat. Plank. Firm up your plank here. And on an exhale, drop your knees, send your weight forward. Belly, chest, forehead to the mat at the same time. On an inhale, squeeze in your elbows, lift up your chest. Exhale, curl your toes under, lift your hips up and back. All right. Now, this is where it's changing up. So, inhale your right foot to the sky, pressing in your heel. All right. Now, exhale your right foot to the front of the mat. If it doesn't come all the way up, you can squinch it up there or just kind of grab it, pull it up there, okay? Turn your back foot to a 45-degree angle. All right. Now, Corey, you could probably bring your foot a little towards the, okay, the outside of the mat there. Yeah, okay. Now, lift up your hands to the sky. Your shoulders should be square to the front of the room here. Your front knee should be directly over your ankle. And you can lift and spread your front toes to help out for some leverage. You should be pressing against the back part of your foot here. It's kind of like scissors trying to squeeze in both of your thighs here. All right, now from here, exhale your hands back down to the mat. Bring your front foot back to the back of the mat. Firm up your plank, drop your knees, shift your weight forward, belly, chest, forehead to the mat at the same time. All right, squeeze in your elbows. On an inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, curl your toes under, lift your hips up and back. All right. Inhale your left foot towards the sky, pressing through your heel. And on an exhale, swing it up by your left hand. Turn your back foot to a 45-degree angle. Your back foot should be flat on the mat here, pressing on the outer edge of your back foot. Okay, on an inhale, lift your hands up to the sky, keeping your shoulders square to the front of the room. Make sure to really settle into your knee here. Knees right over your ankle. Keep a tight stomach here. All right, exhale your hands to the mat. Feet, your front foot comes to the back of the mat. Firm up your plank on an inhale. And drop your knees. Send your weight forward. Belly, chest, forehead to the mat at the same time. elbows in on an inhale. Lift your chest up. And exhale, lift your hips up and back. All right. Check in with your knuckles here, with your elbows. A little bend in your elbows here. And on your next exhale, bend your knees, look forward, walk your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale your hands to your shins, flat back. Exhale, release your upper body over your thighs here. All right, and on an inhale, you know what? I totally forgot a part of the sequence. So yeah, you guys got lucky that time. Okay. So we're actually gonna come up on an inhale, extend your arms forward. Keep your knees directly over your ankles here, like you're sitting in a chair. All right, lift and spread the toes, helps for leverage. Turn your pinkies in just a tad, like you're holding a ball of energy. Let your shoulders release away from your ears here. All right. Exhale a little bit further down. Inhale, press up, watch your hands come together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, so we're gonna do that 2 more times, but right this time. So, okay, come to the front of your mat. Feet parallel, hip distance apart. Lift and spread the toes. All right, now from here, extend your hands out forward like you're holding a ball of energy. Curl your pinkies in towards one another. Release your shoulders. You're really pressing through your hands, your fingers right here. All right, now sit down in your chair. Knees over your ankles still. All right. Inhale, come up a little bit. Exhale, down to the mat. Inhale, hands to your shins, flat back. Exhale, hands to the mat, feet to the back of the mat. All right, we're gonna go through this one pretty quick this time. All right, firm up your plank here. Exhale, drop your knees, shift your weight forward. Belly, chest forward to the mat at the same time. Inhale, press your elbows in, lift your chest. Exhale, curl your toes under, hips up and back. On an inhale, lift your right foot to the sky, pressing in the heel. Exhale, right foot towards your right hand, right next to your right hand. Turn your back foot to a 45-degree angle. Inhale your hands to the sky, keeping your shoulders square to the front of the room. And exhale your hands back down to the mat. Bring your front foot back and go through your chaturanga. You can firm up your plank here, drop your knees. On an exhale, shift your weight forward. All right, inhale, squeeze in your elbows, lift your chest. Exhale, curl your toes under, lift your hips up and back. All right, inhale your left foot to the sky, pressing in the heel. Exhale, left foot comes to your left hand. Turn your back foot to a 45-degree angle. And inhale your hands to the sky here. All right, keep your shoulders square to the front of the room. And exhale, your hands back down to the mat. Bring your front foot back. And firm up your plank here. On an inhale. Exhale, drop your knees, shift your weight forward. Belly, chest, forehead to the mat at the same time. Inhale, squeeze in your elbows, lift your chest. Exhale, curl your toes under, lift your hips up and back. Now guys, if I'm going too fast for you or whatever, just, kind of move at your own pace here. I'm just trying to kind of stay ahead of you guys so you're not waiting forever. But yeah, check in with yourself here. Knuckles, elbows. Breathe. And from here, on an exhale, bend your knees. Walk your feet towards the front of the mat. Inhale your hands to your shins, flat back. Exhale, hands to the mat. Release your whole upper body over your torso. All right. Inhale, extend your arms out in front of you. Keep your knees bent like you're sitting in a chair. Shoulders are relaxed away from your ears here. Strong fingers. Exhale a little further down. Inhale all the way up. Watch your hands come together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, one more time. I'm gonna do it with you guys this time. Okie doke. All right, front of your mat, feet parallel, hip distance apart. Inhale, arms to the, wait. Extend your arms out forward. And exhale, drop your weight down and back. You're sitting in a chair. Inhale up a little bit and exhale down to the mat. Feet to the back of the mat. We're in plank. Firm up your plank on an inhale. Exhale, drop your knees, shift your weight forward. Belly, chest, forehead to the mat at the same time. Inhale, press your elbows in, lift your chest. Exhale, curl your toes under, lift your hips up and back. Inhale your right foot towards the sky, pressing in the heel. Exhale your right foot by your right hand. Turn your back foot to a 45-degree angle. Inhale, lift your hands towards the sky here. Exhale, hands back down to the mat. Bring your front foot back. Firm up your plank here on an inhale. Exhale, drop your knees, shift your weight forward. Belly, chest, forehead to the mat at the same time. Inhale, squeeze your elbows in, lift your chest. Exhale, lift your hips up and back. Inhale your left foot towards the sky. Exhale your left foot by your left hand. Shift your back foot to a 45-degree angle. We're gonna do a little something different this time. So, on an inhale, lift your hands to the sky. And we're actually gonna pull, inhale, back, pulling in, exhale, round the back, pushing out. Your knees still over your ankle here. All right, and inhale, your hands back to the sky. Exhale, hands back down to the mat. Bring your feet, front foot back. Firm up your plank on an inhale. Exhale, drop your knees, shift your weight forward. Inhale, squeeze your elbows in, lift your chest. Exhale, curl your toes, lift your hips up and back. Check in with yourself here, take a few deep breaths. Enjoy this resting pose. Downward dog. All right, and on an exhale, look forward, bend your knees, walk your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale your hands to your shins, flat back. Exhale, release your whole upper body. Inhale, extend your arms out in front of you. Keep your knees over your ankles here. Pinkies pointed in towards one another, shoulders soft. Exhale a little bit further down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Right on. All right. Okay, guys. So we're gonna come back into downward facing dog here. If you guys want to take a little break for a breather or whatever, I suggest some child pose. You guys can just get on your knees. Extend your arms out in front of you. Rest your forehead on the mat. I know downward dog is really strenuous on your shoulders. If you want to, well, yeah, you're doing a wide-legged child pose. That feels good too. It also feels really good if you bring your arms back down the sides of you so your shoulders just kind of fall. Guys are ready. Meet me in downward facing dog here. Okay, and from here, lift your right foot to the sky. On an inhale, exhale, shift your weight forward, but bring your knee towards your nose. And then exhale it back up and down back to the mat. All right, lift your left foot towards the sky. Inhale, exhale, shift your weight forward, knee comes towards your nose. Inhale it back towards the sky, exhale it back down to the mat. All right, we're gonna do this 4 times on each side. So, right foot towards the sky, shift your weight forward, knee toward your nose, back up, and down. All right, and before you guys get out of it, when you're done, come back to plank. You're gonna drop your knees from wherever you are in plank. Crisscross your foot at the ankles, and then roll back over your feet, just like that. There you go. Okay, you guys ever done boat pose before? This one's a lot of fun. All right. Okay, guys. So from here, bring your knees in. Lift one foot up with your knee in line with your ankle here. You're gonna soften your shoulders. Bring your arms out. Lift your other foot. Bring your ankles together. This is all core work here. And breathe. Remember to breathe. If you get tired, don't bring your feet to the mat, just pull your knees in. Here you can paddle your boat. Yeah, this is tough. Okay, and you can row your boat here. Deep breaths. Bring your legs in. Give them a hug. Whew. Oh gosh. can just release whenever you're ready. Okay. So this is like the big pose of the evening here, crow pose. I've never taught this before, but it's one of my favorites. So I'm gonna do my best to teach you guys. So go ahead and come up to standing. You're gonna wanna grab one of your blocks and just kind of set it out in front of you on the mat. Bring your toes just a little off the mat here. There you go. All right, flat back here. Palms together at your chest. All right, and just slowly start to come down here. Don't bring your feet, it remains flat on the mat here. All right, come all the way down until your elbows kind of meet your knees here. Now, your elbows should be on the inside of your knees right here, okay? And go ahead and press in on your elbows with your knees. Kind of just get a feel for that here. All right, keep a flat back here and bring your hands to the mat. And I just want you guys to kind of just keep your knees pressed into your elbows, but kind of just shift your weight forward here. And go back and forth. All right. Get a good feel. Make sure your every knuckle's pressed into the mat. And right here, I want you to lift one foot off of the mat, keeping your knees pressed into your elbows here. All right, shift your weight forward a little bit. And when you're ready, bring your other foot off the mat. And you can fall into your block here. Just remember to breathe. Deep breaths. Yeah. It's tough. You got it? All right. That's okay. It's okay. Okay. Careful. Yeah, I know. I've fallen flat on my face before doing that. So. But yeah, that's basically the gist of it. I know this is a really tough pose to get into. Obviously, I couldn't do it on my first try, but I just think it's fun, you know. It's something to work towards, right? So let's try it one more time. Let's try it one more time without the block. Okay. Whew. All right, working up a sweat here, guys. All right, toes on the outer edges of your mat. All right. Hands come together, heart center. Start coming down. Keep your back flat here as much as you can. All the way down. Elbows on the inner parts of your knees here. And when you get them there, bring your hands to the mat. Squeeze. Press your knees into your elbows. Start shifting your weight forward. Lift one foot off the mat. Lift your right foot. Just barely. And when you're ready, bring your left foot off the mat. Yeah. Here you go. Here you go. Yeah. Corey, these guys. Looks good. Okay. It's a tough one. Yep. Yep. I know, I can only hold it for like 2 seconds, so that's okay. It's okay. That was good though. It was good. Surprised you've never done yoga before? This guy. Oh, getting crow pose already. Alright, so I know we just did a lot of work. Let's go ahead and lay down on our mats. Lay down on your back here. Bring your feet flat on the mat here. Arms overhead. And on an inhale, oh man, I'll catch my breath for a second, jeez. On an inhale, you're gonna lift your arms, bring your arms over, and then hands flat on the mat. And at the same time, you're gonna lift your waist up. We're doing a bridge pose. And then exhale back down, bring your arms back overhead. Just like that. Move with your breath. Take long, deep breaths here. Try to keep your knees in line with your hips here, parallel. Keep doing that. On your last one, just go ahead and release. And come up to seated. Extend out your legs here. Pressing into your heels. Release your shoulders here. Have a flat back. Shoulders back and down. From here, just rock back and forth with your flat back. Just try to keep your back flat right here. You can bend your knees a little bit if you want to. I know this kind of sucks for me because my back is so weird, but. And then on an exhale, try to stay in one spot as you're leaning forward here. Keep a flat back and breathe. Tighten the belly, the lower belly here. On your next exhale, go ahead and grab your feet. If you can't, just round your back here. Really round it. Release your head. Just slowly uncurl your back, dragging your hands down your legs, up your legs rather, until you come back to straight. All right. Okay, go ahead and lie down on your mat. Extend out your legs. Go ahead and bend your right leg with your foot flat on the mat here. Grab your right leg and pull it towards you. Grab behind the knee here, keeping your left leg extended. And whenever you're ready, bring your, what do you have, your right leg? Bring your left hand, what is it? Would it be your left hand or your right hand? Yeah, your right hand, I've got to get my side straight here. Bring your right hand out and look towards your right hand and let your right foot fall over to your left, or your right knee rather, yeah. You probably have very minimal space, but yeah, and right here you can kind of press on your right leg just to give it a little more stretch here. This is a really deep twist. There you go, Will. Yeah. Just like that. breath down into that hip. Whenever you're ready, you can turn your head back to straight, bring your right arm in, bring your left or your right knee back in, give it a hug. And then go ahead and extend your right leg out. We're gonna do the same thing with our left leg here. Pull it in. Extend your left arm out, look over at it, and drop your left leg to the right here. If you have to, you can put your hand on your partner's belly, whoever's next to you. Just kidding, don't do that. Deep breaths here. Are ready, go ahead and turn your head back to center, bring your left arm in, bring your leg in, give it a hug. All right, go ahead and extend your leg back out. Slowly. Okay. We're gonna do something a little bit similar to that, just a little bit deeper stretch, I feel like. This is called reclined pigeon twist. So go ahead and bend both your knees, have your feet on the mat here. And bring your right foot over and set it on your left knee here. Just right underneath your knee, I suppose, or over it rather. So your ankle should be, right above your ankle should be resting right above your knee here. Right. From here, go ahead and bring your left arm out, or your right arm rather, I guess. Yeah, if you're twisting to the left, okay. Right arm out, look over at it, and just set your right foot on, twist to the left, setting your right foot on the floor, where it's at. There you go, just like that.
On the wheel.
Sorry about the space, you guys. I know it's close quarters. Deep breaths here. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and bring your left arm back in, or your right arm, whichever arm you have extended out. Let your foot bring your knee back up whenever you're. There you go, yeah, just like that. All right, go ahead and release your foot back down to the mat. Lift your left foot, set it on your right leg, right above the knee. Extend your left arm out, look over at it. Drop your legs to the left, to the right, I mean. Don't strain your neck here. You can just kind of, you don't have to be looking directly at your hand. You can just turn your neck towards that hand. Bring your left hand back in, look forward, and let your right foot lift your left leg. And go ahead and set that foot back down on the mat. All right, now right here, go ahead and lift your legs up towards your chest, lift your knees, bring your feet together and your knees wide here. Feet together, knees wide. All right. Now, go ahead and grab the outer edges of your feet here and lift up. Happy baby. Shoulders and your head should be flat on the mat right here. You can rock back and forth if you want. Just slightly. Few more deep breaths in this pose, and whenever you're ready, go ahead and bring your knees to your chest and give them a hug. Roll, rock back and forth here, just realigning your back. And release your feet to the outer edges of your mat. Switch it up a little bit here. Okay. Your knees and place your feet on the floor. Lift your hips up and scoop your tailbone to lengthen the lower back. Well, yeah, take the block out from under here. Reposition your hips on the floor and slowly extend your legs straight out. Separate your feet as wide as your outer hips and let your feet relax open to the sides. Take your arms away from the sides of your torso. Wiggle your shoulder blades underneath you so they are supporting the weight of your upper back. Turn your arms and hands so the palms of the hands face up. Line the tip of your nose up with your navel. Close your eyes. Deliberately relax. Relax your feet and legs, letting the weight of the legs and feet settle against the back of your body. Release your thigh bones into the back of your legs. Allow your legs and feet to be supported by the earth under you. Let go of your arms and hands. Release your upper arm bones into the earth. Relax your hands and allow your fingers to curl naturally in toward the palms. Soften your belly so your abdomen is free of tension. Soften the skin over your heart. Relax your throat, swallowing to help with this as needed. Separate your back teeth slightly to release your jaw. Simultaneously soften your ears. Relax your tongue and bring it to rest behind your bottom teeth. Part your lips slightly to release the muscles around your mouth and nose. Sink your eyes deep into their sockets, away from the eyelids. Smooth out your forehead. Release your brain into the back of your skull. Slowly begin to gently deepen your breath. With your next deeper breath, bend your elbows and place your palms down on your belly. Feel the softness of your belly, free of tension, and feel the movement of your breath. Slowly, one at a time, bend your knees and place your feet on the floor. Roll over to your right side, supporting your head with your right arm as you like. Try to find that same restfulness. Then, using your left hand, press down, uncurl, bringing your head up last. Come to sit. Sit quietly for a moment before opening your eyes. Think about your intention. Enjoy the renewal you experience from this short break. And slowly start to let your eyes flutter open. Namaste. You guys can just take your time, getting up, moving around. I know we did the ohms the last couple of times, but it doesn't seem to be very popular, so we'll just call it a night. We'll just call it a night instead. I like doing the ohms because it's supposed to align this thing called your vagus nerve.